Shadows and the stars, we will not return. Humanity won't save us.
What's up, rockers and metalheads? Ammo here, and I'm joined with the Metal Elder.
And this is your RMTV news update.
Just so you guys know, links to everything will be below. First up, concerned parents in Germany censored an advertisement for Iron Maiden's new album Book of Souls. The band's mascot Eddie was covered up by a big ass yellow sheet and written on it were these words: "In the immediate vicinity are several kindergartens and a grade school. This poster has no business being here." This iteration of Eddie represents the Mayan belief of living on after death. Thankfully, the poster has been taken down, but what ridiculousness. By the time I was 3, I had seen RoboCop and was a master of doom. I can only imagine these days kids are even more desensitized. In other Maiden news, Bruce Dickinson regrets not punching Axl Rose back at a show in 1988. In Quebec that year, the Guns N' Roses opened for Maiden, and Axl was a dick to the crowd because they were speaking to him in French. The Maiden frontman says, "How dare he speak to my audience in that way? I've always regretted not giving him a punch." So do we, Bruce. So do we. Lizzie Hale has said her rock and roll lifestyle is becoming more monk-like in order to better her stamina and career. In a post on her Tumblr page, the frontwoman recalls the early days of late nights and tequila shots and how that has transformed into a strict regiment of bedtimes and no booze until the end of the tour. Her one saving grace is sex, which is, quote, "good for you on all levels. Truer words have never been spoken."
After a successful fundraising effort, there will be a statue of late AC/DC singer Bon Scott erected in his hometown of Kirriemuir in Scotland. DD8 Music started the endeavour, and thanks to fans, £45,000 was raised. The statue features Bon aptly holding onto a bagpipe in his trademark sleeveless jacket. Seven Dust received an unexpected plug during the live webcast showcasing Apple TV. It turns out senior design producer Jen Foltz is quite the metalhead and chose to use the band single Thank You as part of the presentation to demonstrate some of the features on Apple TV. The band's Leigh John Witherspoon took quickly to Twitter and thanked Apple for the love.
Some sad news, maybe sort of, kind of. The progressive metalhead Cynic have supposedly disbanded. Drummer and founding member Sean Reinhart says the split is due to artistic and personal differences. The band will probably be remembered for their landmark debut album, Focus, released in 1993. This was a surprise for us just as much as it was for the band's frontman Paul Masvidal, who found out whilst on a flight from Japan. According to Paul, Sean didn't confer with his bandmates on the band's dissolution or the cancellation of their tour, but Cynic will continue in one way or another.
Slayer's Tom Araya has attempted to set the record straight regarding the Dave Lombardo dispute. This has been an ongoing dispute which started with Dave being appalled by contracts he was offered to rejoin the group. Tom says the band offered Dave a revised 3-year deal that would have met the drummer's demands, but he refused it. Then he had other plans, so the band made a phone call to him and ended things. Following these events, Dave went on his tirades. Maybe Lombardo should have taken the higher ground like Slayer did, or was he right to be vocal? Let us know in the comments. If any of you thought Black Sabbath's farewell tour was not going to be their last, think again. Tony Iommi has made it clear that his body simply cannot take the toll of touring anymore, as his battle with lymphoma continues. The guitarist says, quote, "we won't be doing this again."
Looking to spice things up in the bedroom metal style? Well, you are now in luck, especially if you're a fan of Motorhead. The band's brand has now been extended to include a new line of sex toys via Lovehoney Online. It's rather apt seeing as Motorhead have an album called Orgasmatron and a track on the first record titled Vibrator. Bound to happen eventually. In album news, Crossfaith are streaming their new album Xeno ahead of its release next week. My sister loves these guys and I wasn't sold until I listened to the record whilst writing this script, and it is very good. Ghost Town have announced details of their new album Evolution. They'll be dropping the record on November 6th, but the lead track Spark will be unveiled on October 16th. In new singles and videos, Slayer have dropped a brutal video for Repentless. The band follows what looks like Deadshot from Arrow into a bloody prison riot. There is also a cheeky cameo from Machete's Danny Trejo, or as I remember him, the uncle from Spy Kids.
Of Mice and Men have released a live video for Never Giving Up. Chris Cornell has dropped a Western-inspired vid for Nearly Forgot My Broken Heart, and both Fight Star and Bring Me the Horizon debut new tracks this week.
In tour news, Muse have announced a massive 2016 Drones World Tour. Muse are in the UK for 5 dates in April. Meanwhile, Tremonti will be gracing us with a Christmas tour in support of their latest album, Cauterize, in December. We Came as Romans also have 5 dates in the UK in December. No Devotion's UK tour spans late September and October, and finally Twin Atlantic have been confirmed as the headliners for the upcoming Dr. Martens Stand for Something tour.
And that's it for your RMTV news update. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.
And check out our podcast, RMTV Argue About Everything, on iTunes and RockMLTV.com. Last week we argued about, is Rooney the best striker England's ever had now? And the best opening scene in film history. Until next time, rock on! Punching Axl Rose in the face. No, what did I say in the face? Whenever I hear punch, I just think putting words into my perfectly crafted script.
What's wrong with heavy?
You can't say heavy metalhead, it's metalhead.
I can.
You can't.
Regarding the Dave Lombardo dispute. Bloody hell, man. I've lost my special skills, buddy.
One more.
Shit.
One more.
Absolute shit.
Also a cheeky. Here from Machete's Danny Trejo, or as I fucking Trejo, motherfucker. Actually, I better not say that, he will kill me.
Hey.
What's the matter?
Speed of light.
I don't care.
Sorry, got a bit carried away.
Jesus Christ, Dad.
My bad.